Hey guys, this is Mike, and this is part 2 of Connect Me development. So, in the last video, we created the grid and the cells over here. So in this video, we're going to be swapping them. What's this? PG color, not used. I set it, okay, like over here, I'll just, when I'm drawing the grid background, yeah, set the color, okay. So, like I said, to have these swap, first I need to get the mouse set up. So, play state, extend state, and in my state class I have the camera and the mouse vector. So, every single state has a reference to those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the mouse coordinates from gx_input.getx, gx.input.getY, and I'm going to unproject them to game coordinates. I should only do this if the mouse was just pressed. So gx input this one just touched. Hopefully, let me just test to see if this works. Just that out. Top line M. Okay, press. Click 4 times, run it out 4 times. That's fine. Okay, so you can see here it's a Y up, because if I click all the way at the bottom, it's towards 0, and up here it's towards 800. So yeah, I need to find out if I clicked one of these cells. Let me just first check gdx.input. What do we have here? Dot is dot. Okay, never mind. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna pass down the coordinates m.x, m.y. I'm going to make a new method in grid called click, float mx, float my, and I'm going to pass these over to each cell because I want to check each cell for whether or not I actually clicked on them. So I'm just going to copy and paste those, and I'm going to do if grid row column dot contains the coordinates that I gave, mx and my. Then do some. I'll just put a print statement here. Clicked cell at row column. The contains method should be in cell boolean contains float mx, float my, and this should be. How do I do that? This is a return. So the way I'm rendering it is x, y plus padding, y plus padding, size minus padding, and this is numRows minus 1. So if I do return x is in the left side, mx is greater than x, and mx is less than x plus size, and I should do it for the y direction as well. My, I'll put it down. Next line, my is greater than y, and my is less than y plus size. Alright, let's double check. Click this. Click the cell at 0, 0, nice. Click 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. This is 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. Sweet! Okay. So that works. Now that I have that, I need to find a way to swap them. So what I want is basically if I press and hold on one of these, and I drag, I keep it down, and I drag over if I go past a certain distance, I should swap in that direction. So back in grid, click over here. I should keep track of which one I just clicked. Private int clicked row, private int clicked column, private cell clicked cell. Seems like a weird way to do it, but we'll see. So if I click on this, and if that actually contains one of them, then I'm going to do clicked rows row, clicked column is column, clicked cell is equal to grid row column, and I'll just break. So if I click on one of these, I'll set the row and the column and which cell I just clicked. What is next? So back in place state, I need to drag if just touched, if gdx.input.is touched. If it's down, then I need to know where my starting click was actually. So if I do private float start x, private float start y, this is like completely not planned out. This is so messy right now. So over here, grid.click. If just touched, I'm going to record that I just clicked in this spot. So start x is equal to m.x, start y equal to m.y. And if it's down, I have to keep track of where it is right now. So I need to unproject. I should put an else if here. So if m.x is greater than the original start x plus some amount, I'm just going to call it drag distance. So I'm just going to put that up here, private static int. It doesn't need to be static, I'm only having one of these. Private drag, it's probably going to be final too, drag distance. Since it's 480, maybe half of the cell size, or no? Let's make it 50 pixels. If m.x is greater than the starting x plus 50 pixels, so I moved to the right 50 pixels from the starting position, I should move right. But I don't want to do it this way because then I'd have to do like grid move left or grid move up, stuff like that. So I will create one move method and I will pass in the direction. Here, let's see, in grid, public void move, I'm going to do int dx and int dy, so that's just going to tell me if I moved up, down, left, or right. So here I moved to the right, so that's 1 and 0. 1 to the right, 0 for change in y. Else if m.x is less than start x, minus drag distance, grid.move to the left. Else if m.y is, okay, so again this is y up, so m.y is greater than y plus drag dist, grid.move up, so this is 0, 1. Else if m.y is less than y minus drag dist, grid.move downwards, -1. Oh, this is start y. Okay. Hopefully that works. Let's double check. System.out.println moving, and I'll just put the dx and dy here. Alright. Moving to the right, cool. Moving to the left, moving up, moving down. Awesome. So, let's see. Boolean, I have to keep track of if I'm moving up and down because I have to switch which rows and columns I'm using. So, okay, first off, let's double check. If I click here, that's 0, 0, I move to the right. I'm supposed to switch 0, 0 and 0, 1. So that's column change if I'm going horizontal. So Boolean horizontal, I'll just set it to that because Eclipse might yell at me. If dx does not equal 0, then I know I'm moving in the horizontal direction. Let's see, if I move to the right, so I have to, if dx is greater than 0, then I need to check that I'm swapping to the, I have to make sure I'm not on the right edge first because I don't want to swap off the array here. There's nothing to swap with. So if dx is greater than 0, I'm swapping to the right, and if the column is, oh wait, I selected this, right? Oh, right. Okay, so first of all, if clicked cell is equal to null, then just return, because I didn't click a cell. And that happens over here. If I click on something, I will set the clicked cell. So if I didn't have one, then moving is pointless. So just that first. Okay, let's get rid of all this. Let's start over from the beginning. So if dx is greater than 0, I know I'm moving to the right, or switching to the right, and I need to check that I'm not on the last column. So if clicked column is less than number of columns, number of columns here is 3, but this is 2, so I need to check if I'm at least 1, so -1, and it's okay, and I should try to switch. So the old switching trick is to have a temp, grid, row, column, or not row, column, clicked row, clicked column, and grid, clicked row, clicked column is equal to grid, clicked row, clicked column plus 1, since I'm moving to the right, and grid, clicked row, clicked column plus 1, is equal to temp. So that should swap to the right, but that only changes their position in the array. It doesn't actually change their rendering position, which is their XY position. So if I go back here and I print this out, swap, it should say swapped a lot. Ooh, if I swap, I should set the clicked cell to null, so I don't swap it so many times. Just one swap, right? Yeah, there we go. And I can't keep doing it for some reason. That's weird. But I don't have any visual clue that they're being switched, so I need to change the position as well. So grid, clicked row, clicked column is going to be, I'm going to have to set the position. Public void set position, float x, float y, this dot x is x, this dot y is y. And I have to set it to the right position. So they just switched. I set the position initially up here, so this should help. So the position is this, x column y size. I'll just copy and paste this. Dot set position. Let's see. This is just clicked column, rows, clicked row, like that. I'm only switching one of them. Okay, so green moved into the back of red, I think. So I need to do the same for the other one. Click row, clicked column +1, dot set position, and pretty much the same thing, except this is clicked column +1. So these two should switch. Cool. Cool, cool. No, that didn't do anything, that didn't do anything. Awesome. Okay. So that works. So that's for the right direction. So I need to do it for all 4 directions. But if I do like else if dx is less than 0, then I'm basically doing this. I don't want to copy and paste this. Let's just do it. Clicked. So this time we're going to the left. So if I can't swap to the left if the row or the column is 0. So if clicked column is greater than 0, then it's all good. Cell temp, click row column, and this time I'm swapping with column -1. And -1, -1, swapped, click cell is null. Alright, so I should be able to swap both left and right. Looks like it's working. Cool. So now let's do up and down. Else if dy is greater than 0. Well, let's dy greater than 0. Let me just double check that it's going upwards and not downwards. So upward, dy is greater than 0. Okay. What happens if I click up here? Nothing, right? Because clicked cell is null. So this is going upward. So again, same thing, I need to check that I'm not on the very top row. So if going upward, oh, but then the y is inverted. Is this, if I click on this, what row and column is this? System that row. If I click on the top here, this is row 0. Okay. So I just check if clicked row is greater than 0 for this, and pretty much I'll just copy and paste and just cherry pick from here. Let's see, cell temp grid row, and this time I'm not switching with column, I'm switching with row, and this is going to be minus row. No column change, minus row change. So click column, click row, and then over here is -1. Get rid of it over here and over here. So is this -2 or is this 0? Huh. I'll try 0 because -2 doesn't seem to make too much sense. Hopefully, switch up. Nice. Well, it looks like it's working. Can't swap up. Okay, and I can't swap down yet, so we'll just do that. Else if dy is less than 0. Now this is probably really bad because I could probably, so much of this is similar that I could probably condense all 4 of these into one thing, but yeah, for readability, well, it's not really, whatever. I'm just gonna expand everything so you know exactly what's going on. So if dy is less than 0, I'm going downwards, so I need to check that I'm not on the last column. Less than number of rows minus 1. Then I'm going in the click row plus direction, plus this is click row plus 1, and this is going to be, oh man, is this still minus 0 or is this minus 2 now? It is minus 2, that's weird. So now I can swap out with any one of these. So again, the point of the game is to, if you have a random puzzle like this, the point of the game is to, in the least possible number of moves, make it so that you have all the colors adjacent to each other, all the similar colors. So this would be solved. Red, 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 green, green, blue, 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 and I did it in 2 moves. So yeah, that is pretty much the point of the game. So the last thing I'm going to do in this video is, since the swapping is sort of jarring, can't really see too well what's going on, I'm going to give it some animation instead of it just swapping automatically. So here in cell, the way I normally do this event-based animation stuff is that I give it a X destination and a Y destination. So instead of using set position, I'm going to use set destination. Flip that. X des, what did I call it? X des and Y des. X des, des y des is equal to y des. And I'm also going to use the render over here. I don't really want to use a separate update. Let's, I'll just use render over here. So x plus equals, wait. I also need a vector that it'll be traveling in, dy. So when I set the destination, I should also set the vector. Dx is going to be x dest minus my current position, dy is y dest minus my current position, and I also need a speed for that, so I'm going to normalize this. Distance is equal to dx times dx, or I'm sure everyone knows Pythagorean theorem, dx times dx plus dy times dy, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm just going to divide that, divided equals dist, dy divided equals dist. So this should normalize dx and dy to the unit vector, and then I should probably have a speed here, private float speed. Let's just make it, since all the cells are going to be using the same speed, static float speed, 400 pixels per second. And I really need the update done, since I'm going to be using time-based movement, the DT. So update. This is going to be x plus equals dx times dt, y, or times speed also times dt, y times equals speed times dt. And I need to find out whether or not I've reached my destination. So if x is, if I'm going left and x has reached x destination, or if I'm going right and x has reached or passed the x destination, then dx is 0. I'll stop moving. Same thing with the y. So if dy is less than 0 and y is less than or equal to y dest, dy going that way, up, oops, and y is greater than or equal to y dest, stop moving, boosh. So hopefully that should work. So back in grid, instead of swapping over here by setting position, I'm going to instead set destination. Oh man, that's for all of them. See, that's another reason why I should have just collapsed all 4 of these, so I don't have to, or I could just put this in a separate method maybe. I'll refactor some other time, but for now, if it ain't broken at the moment, don't fix it. Let's see, and now they are not working because they're only moving on update, so grid needs to update them. Public void update float dt, so I need to draw all or update all of the cells. Copy and paste my awesome for loop. Grid row column is equal to or dot set or update. What am I doing? And I also need to go back to play state and update it. So in the update method, grid.update dt. Please move. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. They look like they're not exactly centered anymore. I should probably, it's because the speed isn't exact. So dx, x is equal to dx dest. So I'll just set it, if they went past the destination, I'll just set it back to the destination. Cool. That is way too slow. No one's going to wait for that, so let's make it 2000 pixels per second. Ah, yeah, that's much better. So, yep. Now that we got this stuff moving along, comes the sort of algorithm intensive part, which is to figure out whether or not the grid is finished. This is a finished grid. How do I tell it's finished? So that's going to be part of the next video. Yeah, thanks for watching.